Hey guys, it's Lavanya. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to build your resume beyond just listing your classes, which is especially useful if you're a freshman or sophomore and don't have a lot of CS experience yet. So here are a few tips to help you guys build a great resume. So the first tip I have for you guys is to work on side projects. And this is one of the few things you could do with absolutely no experience. Regardless of where you go to school, regardless of your major, you can work on it by yourself or with a group. There's no interviews or application to be doing this. It's really as simple as thinking of a problem and coming up with creative solutions to solve it. And if you're just starting out, you could also just Google coding project ideas and just go through that list. And you should be able to find plenty of help to work on these as well online. Working on side projects is a great way to get more programming experience beyond your classes. I also highly recommend that you guys create a GitHub account. So Git is a free and open source version control system. What that means is that it lets you create versions of your code and has a lot of amazing features like tracking the changes in your code over time, going back to an older version of your code, and a lot of other amazing features that I could make a whole video about. But as a beginner, there's tons of videos and tutorials online on how to get started with Git. So as a beginner, I highly recommend that you guys put your side projects online on GitHub. So it's free and easy to create a GitHub account. And it's free for everyone to create public repositories. What that means is that these are basically public projects where your code is available for everyone to view. You can also create private repositories for free if you have an edu email and you create your GitHub account using this. But as for side projects, I highly recommend that you guys make this publicly available, as long as it's independent of any of your class projects, because those shouldn't be public online. So the benefit of doing this is that you can actually link your GitHub account onto your resume. So when companies and recruiters are looking through your resume, they can actually click on that link and go to your GitHub profile, and they can look at all the projects that you've worked on. GitHub also has this cool feature where it shows on what days how much you've worked on your different side projects that you put on Git, which is like a cool little motivation thing for you guys to work more on these projects. Side projects are a great addition to your resume because they not only show your experience, they also show your interest and your motivation to explore and learn. So the next tip I have for you guys is to join clubs. And these can be academic or programming clubs that focus on your interest and major, or they can be other special interest clubs. The benefit of joining these academic clubs is the obvious one. It gives you more experience in your field. It shows your interest in it beyond just taking classes. So project teams that build submarines, combining various different disciplines and majors. And there's project teams that build iOS apps. So there's a ton of opportunities like this. And I'm sure each college has its own different club that sort of works on different projects. You could also join other non-academic clubs and work on their website or do something more tech related for them. Those could also look really good on your resume, especially if you've held a leadership position in them. Holding leadership positions helps you develop great leadership skills, communication skills, and a lot of important soft skills that you could talk about during your behavioral interviews, like failures and important qualities about yourself. So soft skills are very underrated, but they're great additions to your resume and also great talking points for your interviews. The last tip I have for you guys to build your resume is going to hackathons. There are plenty of big and small hackathons at various schools throughout the year that you can find online and apply to. If you get accepted, a lot of them also reimburse your travel expenses. Hackathons are a great way for you to get more experience and work on a cool project on a weekend. It's a great way to meet people with your interests. And this is super important because in the future, you can exchange different opportunities like internship opportunities and stuff like that with the people that you meet at these hackathons. You can also ask them for referrals, you can stay in touch, go to future hackathons together with a group formed. Also often at hackathons, you could see companies set up booths with recruiters and engineers from that company where you could go talk to them about what they do, sort of how to apply to their internships, what they look for in students, things like that. So it's also really helpful to meet these recruiters and start building those connections early on. In the end, it's very important to start early. Just because you're a freshman, don't feel like there's not much you could do beyond your classes. You could work on side projects, go to hackathons, join clubs, and these are things that you don't need previous experience to do. The earlier you start, the more experience that you'll have later on when you're actually looking for internships and jobs. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you have any questions or what you thought about this video. If you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button and that like button. And I'll see you guys next time.